Good morning, everyone, and happy Friday. Um, Thank you for coming and joining me today on our Friday weekly live for the Relationship Communications Facebook group. Welcome to this week's weekly live. I'm thrilled that you're here with me. If you are here live, please say hello. Let me know where you're coming in from. And for those of you joining us for the first time, I'm Lisa DeToffel and I'm the founder of Relationship Communications. It's my online community where I work with established and aspiring entrepreneurs. And today I'm going to be your host for the Relationship Communications Weekly Live, which is my weekly live stream show that airs every Friday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. So I do hope that you will put that on your calendar and make plans to join us on Friday mornings. However, I do want to let everyone know that next Friday morning, I will not be doing a weekly live. I have to go out of town, so I will not be doing a weekly live for next Friday. However, I will be back to regular schedule the week after that. So, and here with the weekly live, it's my goal to share tactical and practical information to help you get where you want to go faster than you can go on your own. I've been an entrepreneur for 6 years and I have made many mistakes, and I'm here to tell you that I can help you move through them quickly by sharing what I have learned through my experiences. So let me know again where you're coming in from if you're joining me live, and we are streaming in various different places. So if you are joining us on YouTube, please do hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so that you can be notified every time that we do go live. And again, thank you for joining me today. So today we're going to talk about clarity when networking, okay? But before we dive into our topic for today, I do want to introduce myself. So when I was Sorry, I do not have my slides up to introduce myself. I'm so sorry. I'm going to tell you, but I don't have the slides. My apologies. But I was a preschool teacher for over 25 years. And I had dreamed of working for home for a very long time. But I had been through 2 messy divorces and been a single mom twice. And it didn't seem possible at that given time. I was the breadwinner for my household and, of course, scared to take a chance to do anything and go out on my own. So I met my husband in 2012, and later we got married, and then I could see the possibility of making my dream come true. However, it was not an easy task by any means. So with my husband's support, I started a training program and learned how to become a virtual assistant back in 2018. And of course, that training program also showed me how to actually start my own business. So by the end of that program, I had a couple of clients and I have continued to grow my business. And now my team, the Tiger Eye Solution team that I established in 2021, every single year. So my life looks a whole lot different than it did back then. And so grateful for that. I know this is Valentine's Day, so I do appreciate all the support that I did get from my husband back then and have continued to get from then to now. So let's dive into our topic today, which is clarity when networking, okay? So networking in your world, no matter where that takes place, is still one of the most important elements of small business relationship building, okay? Like many elements of marketing, however, it's even more effective when you learn how to blend good old, hi, tell me about your business with let's connect. So commitment's very important, and here's a few ways that you can do that. Networking takes commitment because XYZ, it's going to help you grow your business, right? You've got to actually get out and go where the people are, whether it's in person or online. You got to make that commitment to actually attend those events. I do both, so I highly recommend that you do both. You know, do some research in your local area and see if you can find some organizations or networking meetings where you could go in person. You don't have to go all the time, but you do want to at least make an appearance once a month, once every couple of months, etc. You've got to take some time to learn about who might be at the event as well. So, of course, when you go for the first time and you meet some of the regulars, if you will, that are already a part of that organization or that specific group, and they network with that group all the time, then you want to research and learn who they are, okay? And see if that group is going to be a good fit for you. Because every place you go visit is not going to be a good fit. So you want to visit at least 3 to 5 different in-person meetings and then determine which one is a better fit for you to actually join, okay? Now, I'm not saying go and join the first one you go visit, because it may or may not be a good fit for you. Visit several different ones first before making that decision that, yes, this is the one I want to join and be a part of on a regular basis, okay? You've got to make an effort to get uncomfortable, because it's going to be uncomfortable, I promise, especially if you're just starting this, okay? It's going to be uncomfortable for you. But the more you do it, the better it's going to feel, okay? And you'll get the hang of it. You'll get to know, once you actually join and become a member, you're going to get to know those that's a part of that specific group better. And it's going to be easier when you go to the meetings to have those conversations, Hey, Sally, what's new? Because everybody's business changes and evolves, right? So maybe Sally is now offering a new service in her business or has a new product that goes with her business, whatever kind of business it is she has. So you want to always be continuing those conversations, even when you go to the in-person. That's why it's important for you to find an actual group to join and be a part of on a regular basis. So you want to attend their meetings as often as you can. If they have them twice a month, at least go to one of them. If they have them once a month, try to go to that once a month meeting. If not, at least every other month, go. I get it. We're business owners and our schedules are busy. I totally get that. Mine is as well. However, you have to create time in your schedule, because networking is important for your business to continue to grow, right? Okay, so you've got to actually care about the new people that you're meeting. Not just meeting them, say, hey, how are you? What do you do? But once you pick and choose the group you're going to be a part of on a regular basis, then you want to get to know the people of that said group on a deeper level so that you can support each other, right? I'll tell you a good example of that just yesterday. Now, yesterday I had to take the day off. My husband had surgery. However, someone I know out of a networking group, an organization that I'm a part of, sent me a referral because they had met someone that needed a virtual assistant and to help them do XYZ. So I'm going to be talking to that person next week to see if we're a good fit to work together, right? That's how networking works. Now, the person that referred me would not have sent that person to me if they didn't already know me, right? And know about my business and exactly what it is that I do. Okay, so referrals happen all the time once you get to be a part of the group on a regular basis and you attend on a regular basis so that those other people in the group get to know you too on a deeper level. Then when they meet Sally or John or Joe, who is needing, your type of services or products, whatever it is you do, then they're going to refer John or Joe to you, right? That's how it works. So you've got to hold off on launching into a sales pitch. That is something that we talk about as well in relationship communications, especially in the academy as well. I'll kind of share a little bit about that at the end, but knowing exactly what to say and not saying too much or oversharing is very important. Because when you overshare or you say too much when you're first meeting someone, they're going to be confused. They're not going to remember who you are or what you do once that meeting is over. They ain't going to have a clue who you are or what you do. So you don't want to share too much or say too much when you're introducing yourself and telling the other person exactly what it is that you do, okay? So again, you've got to commit to the meeting and to everyone the same way. Okay, say this particular organization or group has 25 to 30 people, members, okay? These are members that come to their meetings on a regular basis. Okay, if you're committing to that specific group, you've got to get to know those 25 to 30 people one at a time, because you're not going to be able to get to know all of them at once just by going to the monthly meetings, okay? You have to schedule those one-on-one coffee chats or conversations. Now, yes, you might can meet them in person if it's, an in-person event that you attend, maybe for lunch. Meet them for lunch one day. Everybody has to go to lunch, right? So schedule a time that works for you and say, hey, Sally, let's meet for lunch on Friday and have a conversation. Get to know each other a little better, right? That's what you have to do. Or John Smith. Hey, John, I'm free next Monday. Would you like to meet for lunch so we can get to know each other a little better? That's the way you do it. I mean, am I saying mark off 30 days on your calendar so you can go to lunch with every single person? Absolutely not, because I know that's not possible. And you don't have that kind of time if you're a business owner. You just don't. Not within a month. Do it gradually over time. Like maybe pick, at least 3 people a month to meet up with out of that specific group. Okay? Because you're busy and they're busy too. Okay? So just pick 3 different people until you have covered all 30 people. And then you start over. So if you start with Sally Jones and you end with John Doe, after you have that lunch or that coffee chat with John Doe, you're going to start back over with Sally Jones again. Because by the time you've went through all 30 people, Sally Jones may be doing something different or added something to her business, or, something may have changed within her business. So you definitely want to keep up with who you have met with, who you went to lunch with or had a coffee chat with or whatever. So that when you get to John Doe and that he's the 30th person, so you already met with everyone and had that one-on-one conversation, which is wonderful. You know who you have to go back and start over with, right? It's a continued process, okay? Because you still want to deepen those relationships even more. You've got to accept that people need to meet you because they need to learn more about you too and what you do in your business in order to be able to refer you properly. Okay, so I know you hear me talk all the time about these referrals. I just gave you an example, right? That happened yesterday. Well, I was not even working because I had to take the day off. But I still got a referral sent to me on a day that I was not even working. That's how it works. And that's because that person already knew me and knew what type of work I do and what type of business I have, right? So in order to start getting those type of referrals sent to you, you've got to deepen those conversations continuously, okay? Once you pick that group that you definitely want to be a part of and you join, okay, like I said, go visit first, 3 to 5 different meetings, organizations, whatever. And then out of those 3 to 5, I would say at least pick 2 to be a part of on a regular basis, to actually join and attend their meetings on a regular basis. And like I said, I understand we're all busy. All business owners are busy, so you may or may not be able to actually attend every single meeting that they have. I get that. I don't get to do that myself. It just depends upon my schedule and when the meeting is taking place. But I try to go as often as I can because you want them people to remember who you are, right? Okay. And you've got to be willing to approach anyone. I get it. Some of you may be shy. I was too in the very beginning. It's not easy to walk into a room of a bunch of people that you don't know. I get it. I was that person in the corner. They had to come to me to talk to me. I didn't go to them. But once you find your group, it's easier. Once you find the group that is comfortable for you, okay? So like I said, that's why I suggest visiting 3 to 5 different groups, okay? And then go back to the ones that felt most comfortable, 2 or 3 that felt most comfortable, visit again. Then out of those 3, you pick 2 to become a member of, okay? Whichever ones feel most comfortable and as feels like the best fit for you and your specific business. That's the 2 that you join. Okay. That's how that works. So we also want to talk about clarity because that's also a very important key piece when you're networking. So networking takes clarity because you're trying to grow your business, right? So you want to be clear when you're talking to people. Okay. You've got to know exactly how to add value to them and their business. That's why you have to get to know them on a deeper level, them and their business, so that you can determine, yes, you can help add value to their business or you cannot. Well, or you can just be referral partners. You determine if what you have to offer is going to help them grow their business or not. In some cases, you may be able to help them do that. Some cases, you're not going to be able to help them do that. So you determine that, and if it's not going to be a good fit for y'all to work together and add value in that way, then the other way you can add value is by being a referral partner to that person. Just like that person did for me yesterday, right? So it's very, very important. Hi, Robert. So glad you could join me today. Hope you're getting, these are some good tips for you with networking. So you want to add value when you're meeting these people, okay, to their business one way or the other. Either it's going to be a good fit for y'all to work together and you can help them grow their business and add value that way, or you're going to become a referral partner for them, okay? So you've got to know exactly when you can help as well. So that's another thing that can be distinguished by these one-on-one conversations as you get to know them more and on a deeper level and get to know their business better, right? And you've also got to keep your business card from becoming a reflex. You want them to know exactly who you are and what you do. That's why I stress. I know digital business cards are a thing. I get it. But I don't have one. And I'm not going to get one. I could create one and have one if I wanted it and share it with those I network with. However, how often are they going to look at their phone and look at my business information? They're not. They're not. However, if they actually have a physical card in their hand that has my business name on it, has my photo on it, and then all my contact information on it, they're going to remember me a whole lot better because they physically have that card in their hand with my name and my photo on it. My name, my business name, and my picture. My logo for my business and an actual picture of me as well. So they can put a face with that business. It's important to be able to put a face with a specific business, right? Because then you're going to remember, oh yeah, I know what Lisa does. She has that virtual assistant business. I need to introduce her to Sally because I think Sally said she's looking for some help. That's how that works, right? Okay. Like I said, if you want to use the digital, that's fine, but you also need to have print form so that you can also put something physically in their hand that has information on it about you and your business and your contact information, how they can get in contact with you, okay? You've got to have an online connection plan as well. Now, Yes, if it's a in-person group, that's great, and you're going to connect with them there, and you may go have lunch with them, or meet at the coffee shop and have coffee and a conversation. That's fine. However, you still want to keep connected with them online as well. So it's very important, those people you meet in person with on a regular basis, the group that you have chose to join, that you also connect with them on LinkedIn, or whatever the social media channels are. LinkedIn's a big one, because that's for professionals. So if they tell you they're on LinkedIn, or their business card shows you that they're on LinkedIn, go to LinkedIn and connect with them. Now, they may tell you they're on Facebook and Instagram or whatever too. And if that's the case, go to those platforms and connect with them there too. That way, you're going to start seeing more about their business, because they're going to be posting, or at least they should be posting about their business. And that's going to help you get to know them and their business better by seeing exactly what it is they're posting about their business, right? Now, they may post some personal stuff as well, and that's fine. So that also helps you get to know them on a personal level, right? Which also helps conversation when you have those one-on-one, when you go have that coffee chat in person, or you go have lunch with them, whatever the case is. That can help with conversation, right? You can talk about personal a little bit, but you also want to talk about business, okay? So keep that in mind as well. You got to have a follow-up plan. Oh my goodness. If you don't follow me, you should. And you should know that I'm the follow-up person, okay? I cannot stress this enough, to make sure you have a follow-up plan in place. Whether it's something you do on a daily basis, a weekly basis, or a monthly basis, you need to set up some type of follow-up plan. And if you don't know how to do that, let's have a conversation, because I can't get into all that right here and right now. But we can have a one-on-one conversation and discuss follow-up if you like. Be happy to have that conversation with you. And again, that's also something that you learn in the academy, which I'll tell you more about that in a moment. You've got to know who else needs to meet who you meet, right? That's where the referral piece comes in, okay? So as you are networking with others as well, maybe in group 2, the other group you decide to be a part of, or if you're networking online, like I said, I do both. I have 2 specific groups here in my local area that I am a member of, and I try to network with them in person as much as I can. But I also do a lot of networking online and meet new people all the time. I've had people tell me before, "You're everywhere. How do you do that?" I put it on my schedule, because if it's not on my calendar, it's not going to happen. So I make sure I put it on my calendar and take time and make time to do it. So that's the biggie. You've got to make the time to do the networking if you want your business to grow and build those relationships, okay? Now, today I want you to pick an event and make a plan and make it amazing, whether it's in person or whether it's online. Do a little bit of homework, if you will, and find an event to attend, an online event or an in-person event. If you haven't attended any in-person events, I suggest you do that one, okay? It's easy, I know, for us all to do the online, because especially like on Alignable, or there's Facebook groups that do networking events. Relationship Communications does a networking event every single month. Actually, our next networking event is going to be the 25th of February at 2, I think. I think it's at 2. Let me see. Let me double check. I don't want to tell you wrong. It's at 6 p.m. in the evening. So it's February 25th at 6 p.m. in the evening. It's going to be a networking event. If you'd like to come network with us, I would love for you to come. Okay, if you're not part of the Relationship Communications Facebook group, please go join. It's a free group to be a part of. You can post in there about your business for free. I don't mind. Okay, as long as it's legit. You have a legitimate business for sure, right? So, like I said, today I want you to pick an event If you haven't been to any in-person events in a while, make it an in-person and make a plan or put it on your calendar. Schedule time out on your calendar to attend that event, and make it amazing. Stuff your pockets with business cards, okay? Or stuff this list. If you want to write all this down that I shared with you today, put this list in your pocket and then move freely around the room, making meaningful connections with every person that you don't know already, right? You definitely want to make sure you meet. When you go to an event, no matter if it's online or in person, you want to be intentional with meeting new people. And my rule of thumb is at least meet 3 to 5 new people every time you go to a networking event, people that you don't know, okay? Now, if you've networked with this group before, you might already know some people, and that's okay. And yes, I'm not saying don't go talk to those people. I'm not saying that at all. Yes, you can talk to those people too, but meet 3 new people that you don't know, that you haven't ever talked to before, okay? And then add them to your follow-up list, because you're going to follow up with them to continue the conversation to see if you can schedule a one-on-one coffee chat, whether it's in person or online, or schedule lunch. Whatever works best for you and them, right? So if you have any questions about anything I shared today, please reach out. I'd love to have a conversation with you and dive deeper into it. Or if you have questions about follow-up, I'd be happy to have a conversation with you about that as well. But I do want to share about the relationship, the Networking Method Academy. It's part of the relationship communications community, okay? The Academy's doors are open until, I think, the end of March. So the doors are currently open if you are interested in joining a program that is going to teach you step by step how to do everything I talked about today. It has examples. It has downloadables, content, videos. This Academy has 10 different modules. Each module has 6 to 8 lessons. Each lesson has content, has videos. Some lessons have downloadables. So there's a lot in there. And you get access to me. It's a 6-month program. You get access to me for the whole 6 months. And we have what we call a study hall once a week. So if there's any questions or concerns or anything like that that comes up while you're going through the lessons, you can bring that to study hall and we can discuss it or answer your questions. Okay. Robert is a prime example of that. He has been through my academy, so he knows all about what's in there. Thank you, Robert, for being a student, and thank you for joining me today. If you have any questions about anything I shared, please reach out and let's have a conversation. I hope everyone has a great weekend, and I'll see you again soon.